Hi, thanks for coming back to my little crafty secret. For this video, I am sharing what I received in my monthly subscription from the Simon Says Stamp card kit. This is the July card kit, and I wanted to also share what I made with this. I still have a lot of paper, scrap paper that I could use, and a lot of embellishments that came with the card kit that I'm able to use. So, and they even give us some foundry wax. So I've never used that before. It's actually a new product. So I'm excited about using that. I understand it's like a gilding kind of material. So I think I might use it for some of the books I like to create. But since I do have a lot of papers left over, I will probably do a second, maybe even a third part to this. And we'll find out in the future. Stay tuned. So right now I'm just sharing the papers. I really love these papers. They're so cute. I actually had a hard time cutting them up. It took me a while just to figure out what I wanted to do because they were so pretty. And in fact, at the end here, I did save a few sheets. I cut them down to 6x6, and you'll see which ones I actually decided to keep, because I want to use it for a little mini album. And the stamps, oh my gosh, the stamps are so adorable. I really like these stamps. I really got into it. In fact, you'll see that I made a whole bunch of lemons and cut out a bunch of the same sentiment and even colored in the bees. I may have made about 50 or so bees. I didn't share all 50 bees here, but you'll see how many bees a little pile of bees that I make in a minute. So there they are. And the best thing was that because these were lemons and also they were bees, I used my lemon cardstock. So it came out really nice. So off camera, I did, like I said, I did cut them out. I colored them in, stamped them, colored them in, and cut them out. And I even put glossy accents onto the bee wings. And these are just cards that I made. I made so many, I decided just to share half of them that I made, and then actually share how I made the other half here in this video. Of course, I already pre-cut them and pre-designed them in my head, so it goes very quickly here. So those are all the cards that I made. And now this part is all the cards that I planned to make, In fact, oh, there's another one that I forgot to share. So this one, the reason why I did two mini slimlines is because the sentiments were right in the middle of the cardstock, and I really liked what it said, so I just cut out the sentiment in the middle and made a mini slimline card. And for me, mini slimline card is a 6x3. I know it's a larger it's a larger size, but it's okay. No one's gonna know. I'm okay with it. So I was gonna have 3 Bs, but one looked good. So this one, I already finished the card panel, and I'm just sharing how I glue it onto the card base. There you go. The card 2 is done. That looks really nice. So card 3, I really liked the frames. They're so cool. I just don't know really how to use them. So I had to really think about how I want to use it. And so I cut out a stitched oval. I'm not sure if you can see the stitching there, but yeah, I cut out a stitched oval, and I was able to have that in the background instead of having it, cut little squares. I don't want to do that. I just am afraid of creating more scraps. So I just did the oval. Yeah, I don't want scraps. I'm trying to get rid of my scraps. And I like the bees. I think bees look nicer than flies, but having them behind the window kind of reminds me of having flies in your house. Well, I guess these look better because they're bees and they're not flies. They're not pesky flying animals. So yeah, once I find the best placement, of course, I put them down on my card panel. And I thought it would look kind of cool having the sentiment there kind of cattywampus. So there you go. The only thing I didn't like about doing this was having just that little bit of glue holding it and no real support. I mean, yeah, I could have put foam tape behind it, but no, I just didn't do it. Again, I was able to bring out my yellow cardstock to make bases, so I was so excited about that. Yeah, in fact, this card panel, this turquoise card panel, this came from my scrap. In fact, I think I made maybe 4 of those like that, and then I had brought in some black cardstock that I was able to pull from my scrap bin, and then I also made out of black cardstock an embossed panel, but I never used it. So I believe I used 2. I pulled out 2 of those for this. Oh yeah, this is really nice. I like the way this came out. And I didn't really like the sentiment there. I liked the color, but I didn't like the sentiment, so I just used, You're Sweet. I don't know if you've read all of the sentiments, but some of them says be sweet or be kind. And I don't know, to me, I thought it was really cute because it was a bee, play on words. And I was sharing this with my mom and, just showing her what I made. And yeah, I still share with my mom. She likes to see what I make, even at my age. And she was saying, when would you give somebody a card that says be kind? Okay. So I don't know. Maybe I'll give it to her since she'll understand. All right, so now I'm just, fiddling around with the placements, and then of course I found a good placement for those bees and put them there. Now I decided to put them there. That wasn't really my first choice, but I didn't put that stitched oval cutout in perfectly, so I had a little bit of a gap, so I had to cover up that gap. So that's why they're there. But thankfully I have enough bees to have a triangle, 3 points to draw your eye near the sentiment. At least that's what they say. It's supposed to look pleasing. Tell me if you think this looks pleasing. I really like these bees. They're so stinking cute. And it took me a while to stamp and cut out and color, but that's because I had so many bees. So here we go again. I'm using another frame. There's so many frames in this pack. I have to think of a different way to use frames because there's a lot of frames. But yeah, these are so cute. In fact, I wanted to use the foundry wax to highlight some the edges of the frame, but I really wanted to get through these cards and think about creative ways after I make a book of these cards. Yeah, so I thought this was cute. Instead of using pen and paper, use a die cut, the stamped images. So I love this. Now, if you notice, for the lemons, I didn't blend out any of the shadowing there. I'm actually trying out something that I saw on YouTube, and I thought it was so great. I liked it, and I think it looks great for these die cuts that I'm using. So I liked it. Wanted to use it for my card making, and I think maybe I will start using that kind of coloring method. I do like shading and having that perfect blend, but I'm not too great on doing that, so I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna see how far I can go with this, and just love it. Just really love it. So this, if you remember, the pattern paper did come with cut aparts, and this was one of them. And what I really like about this one is that I put glossy accents on the inside of that lemon. In fact, if you notice, I put glossy accents on all the insides of the lemons. Whenever I saw it on the pattern paper, I just put it on the glossy accents. Also, I put it where I saw metal. There are some little metal pieces, and wherever I saw the bee wings, I put it on there too. So that completes that card. So now I'm just going to share with you the 3 pieces of pattern paper that I really loved and I couldn't bear to cut into. I'm going to just use it for making a book. So here's an overview of all the cards that I made and also the cards that I made off camera. Please let me know which ones you liked, and hopefully this gives you inspiration to use your July kit from Simon Says Stamp. And check out the description box below to find a link to a playlist of all my kits, all the makings that I've done so far for the kits that I have. Thanks. Until next time.